All right, everybody, we are on the Kick Ass Podcast. We are with a special guest, Hennessey, the marketing director from Film Convert, our very great sponsor that has sponsored us from our inaugural year and our second year, 21 and 2022.
Yep.
And as always, I'm with David Chavez,
Co-founder.
the co-founder, and me, Jacob Rivera. I'm also a co-founder. And we're gonna talk a little bit about Film Convert, a little bit about film, and
the importance of color grading.
ooh, Chavez loves color grading.
I do.
So Hennessey, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you guys for having me, first and foremost. So, my name is Henessey. I am the marketing manager here at Film Convert. We're based in Wellington, New Zealand. So that's pretty cool. So we're technically in the future right now. But
Nice.
about me.
Or we're
I
in the
don't know
past.
what. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what's interesting. I mean, I studied communications in university, and I did my dissertation in memetic science, which is the science behind internet memes and how they work. And
wow.
so I did a dissertation on Logan Paul, which was horrendous. And that got me sort of interested in like how the internet works and that sort of thing. Then I worked at a radio station where I was the music director, and I did a bit of like magazine editing as well. And then I moved up to Wellington and started working here. And yeah, that's about it, pretty much.
So-
I don't know what else is interesting.
Are you a movie buff? Like, do you like movies? Do you like the process of filmmaking, or is this like a job you fell into?
I always really appreciated bad movies.
Okay.
Like, I really enjoy terrible films because I think there's a lot of solace and joy that can be found out of them. And like, I would say that my first kind of exposure to film was that I used to write a review column where I would review every single Adam Sandler film,
Oh, no.
and it was awful. And then this opportunity came up, and I was sort of like, I don't really know a whole lot about color grading or, sort of the film industry in this regard. And it was just a really interesting opportunity. And I was like, hell yeah, this seems mean. And then, like, obviously through this job, I've been able to learn so much about what goes into making films.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And I never knew that, like, so much would actually come of it. But yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, could you tell us a little bit about the company also, Film
Yeah.
Convert, for everyone who doesn't know that's listening?
So we founded in 2012 was when we first launched. And essentially what we are is that we're a color grading plugin. So we have Film Convert Nitro, which is the newest iteration of the plugin. And essentially it's a film emulation and grain tool. So what we do is that we have very specific camera packs. So we go and we shoot all of these different charts of these different cameras to understand how their sensor sees and interprets data in color. And then what we have done is that we've actually taken real film stocks, such as like, Kodak 5207 and all your favorite film stocks that you've seen in the movies, and we've emulated them. So it's like pretty accurate, but I can't say it's like purely accurate, I think. And then what we've done is that so you can put these film emulations on your videos and things like that, and you can get that real sort of authentic film look, as well as, grain, which we love. So we've done that. And then we also have another product called CineMatch. And this is a color correction and camera matching tool. So it means that you can color correct your footage really easily. And as well as that, you can also match one camera to another, which is so cool. And I don't understand like the maths behind it or how it works. But what I know is that like you can make your iPhone look like one of the most expensive movie cameras. And it blows my mind, in all honesty. And I'm not just saying that as like a gimmick. And genuinely, I'm like, how does this work? This is amazing. But yeah, so that's what we do here.
Yeah, when I started working here, we started. I don't know if you know much about, obviously, the Kick Ass Film Fest, but we started at Wake Up Pueblo. So it's a content marketing company. It's like a sister company to Snooze Mattress. And when we first started working here, people were editing on Premiere and everything, and I kind of converted everybody. I used DaVinci, but to make everything easy for us, we use Final Cut. And I've been using Film Convert since 2015 for my own personal
Nice.
and everything. And then I preached it here, and then we got it for everybody. And then we also downloaded Cinematch when I heard you guys came out with it, because that was one of our biggest problems, was we had somebody shooting on a Sony and we had black magics. So
Yeah.
that was color grading is a pain in the ass. So I preached it again, and I was like, we need to get this. This is the investment, and obviously, I love it. It's one of the best things you guys have come up with. So
Oh, yay! That makes us so happy. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the Cinematch is super cool because what is it exactly, Travis? Because I don't work in the editing very much.
Yeah.
So explain the difference a little bit more between Cinematch and Film Convert.
But like she was saying, well, you can color grade in Cinematch. You can do some
Yeah.
little minor stuff.
Yeah.
But the goal is with Film Convert, you can, like she was telling you, download packs of cameras, and which, by the way, our other videographer told me to tell you that we need a camera pack for the Lumix something. I can't remember what it was. Lumix,
Oh, is it the GH6?
the new one that came out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
worry, it's coming. It
All
is
right, cool.
coming.
He was
don't
like,
you
tell
worry.
them for me. So, but yeah, so with Film Convert, you go in there, you color grade, which, by the way, I landed a color grading job with Discovery Channel because of you guys. So, huge shout out to you guys. So, Film Convert helps you color grade, and it speeds up the process because as it color grades with like DaVinci and everybody knows, it's a process. You have to go from like 2D, 3D, depending on what it is you're trying to emulate. And with them, it's a slap-on process, and it's 1, 2, 3, and then you still have to know how to color grade because it's not, hey, you're slapping this on and it's done. You have to know how to modify your settings. And then Cinematch, like I was saying, we shoot on the Sony. Somebody else shoots on the Blackmagic. They've come up with a solution to make the Sony footage look like the Blackmagic, so it's easier to match in color when you're color grading.
Super cool. And you said you could do that with the iPhone too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like we support, I think it's 100 or like over 100 cameras from all of the major camera brands. So we've got a lot of the sort of major brands like Canon, Arri, Blackmagic, Sony. But then we've also got a few of the kind of more on the fringe cameras. So we support the iPhone 12 and 13. We support like drones, GoPros, and kind of
Nice.
those like B cams as well. But yeah, it's really cool because Cinematch is basically for color correction, which is kind of the first step in the color grading process, where you want to make sure that your exposure is all good and your white balance is all good, so that when you apply your grade, you know that your image is going to be looking as good as it can be. So you can kind of do that, and then Film Convert is sort of the final touch of when you've done your grade and you really want to get like, you know, that pure organic cinema look or something, then you can just slap that on. And yeah, it's pretty easy. It's pretty fun. It's just like cool to be able to experiment with all the different settings and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, Travis is definitely a huge champion of the software, and he's always posting color grading screenshots. What would you call them? Screenshots, process videos,
Yeah,
photos
nice.
on Instagram,
There,
and those are always fun to look at. All the color, how you basically taking a black and white, nearly black and white, and coloring it up. I love it. I mean, ever since I met Chavez, I'm watching films different. I'm like, oh man, look at this color grade. Look at that blue. Look at that
Right. Honestly, it was like literally the other night I was watching, I think it was like Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2, which fantastic films, by the way. And I realized I was looking about the grade, and I was like, oh man, this looks so familiar. Turns out they used 5207, so you can completely get the Twilight look in Film Convert. And I was like, I can't watch a film the same way now, because every time I'm just looking at like the grade and the grain, and it kind of ruins it, but it also enhances it so
the problem
much.
too is like, unless you have like an up-to-date system, but like even when you go to theaters, if they're not up to date with certain things, it's not going to project the correct way that filmmakers want you to see them.
Yeah, I know, it's so annoying.
Yeah.
So what's new in well, first off, I'm kind of curious, how big is the company over there? How big are you guys?
We are actually relatively small. There is less than 10 people that work for us at the moment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we've got a few people that work in the office with us, and then a few people that work remotely as well. But it's sort of comprised of our founder, and then, you know, we got a couple of developers, a couple of people in the marketing and graphics team. That's about it, really.
Nice. You know, you see that Instagram reel that's been going out. You only need 3 bad motherfuckers to take over a whole country. You know, you guys got 18 people over there. You guys are killing it with the software in the whole world. I mean,
I think it's relatively interesting as well, because like being from New Zealand is definitely a strength and a weakness, because obviously like our audience base is mainly comprised of people overseas, specifically America, but a lot like no one in sort of New Zealand really knows about us, or, you know, there's isn't a huge filmmaking community here in New Zealand. Like there's obviously Creative New Zealand and New Zealand On Air, which does they like, you know, have Jane Campion on speed dial and all of that kind of stuff. But there isn't really like an established community outside of that. So it's been kind of an interesting process trying to establish ourselves like that, I would say.
That's interesting. How did you find them, Travis?
A while back, I forgot. I had bought a Sony A7S a long time ago, and I was looking for LUTs, and I stumbled upon the website, and you guys had like the perfect example of stuff, the style that I wanted to do with like my color grading, and then I downloaded them, and I've been using them ever since.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a super fast and easy process. I see you guys bust it out all the time, and I'm like, hell yeah.
It is. I mean, it also, like the work that we do is just slap on stuff, but when I would do my personal films, it takes more time because we're lighting it for a specific kind of way. Like she was saying, you make it look a certain way, but at the end of the day, it also matters how you light your stuff, what the kind of camera you got. It also allows for the dynamic range. So,
so what's new for, you know, could you give us any insight to the future? What can we look forward to?
Well, we have a lot of new camera packs that are going to be coming out. So we're going to be supporting some new and some old cameras very soon, which will be very exciting. And I think aside from that, I don't know how much of it I can say, but we're definitely working on a lot of new features that will not only help current users with the like software and making sure it's all good, but we also have some new features, potentially some new film stocks, but I don't know how much of that I can say.
okay.
And just adding in a few like extra tools that will help give it more of that organic film feel.
Now, is that an update
exciting
for the users that have it now, or is it something else that we need to purchase?
I think it would be an update for the current users.
Sweet.
I'm pretty sure, but don't hold me to that because
Okay.
I don't know for certain.
So I'm going to cut out the part where you said don't hold me to it.
We're going to use it as evidence later.
Don't blackmail me. I'll get my lawyers onto you.
That's awesome. So, I mean, for you guys, obviously you guys push new packs, you do everything like that. Why is color grading important?
I think it took me a while to realize it, right? Because obviously when I personally started here, I had no idea what color grading was. I didn't realize that it was a thing that happens in films. I just thought that they kind of came out looking like that. And I think the importance of color grading is that it just like adds so much more mood and tone and atmosphere to your story that you wouldn't have realized somewhere else. Because obviously when you pair the color grading with, you know, the way in which your shot is composed, the way it's lit, the way it's edited, it just helps kind of give it that another feeling on top of it. And I didn't realize, but you can tell so many emotions through just the colors in your film. Like obviously if you've got more cooler tones, then it can give your film a more somber feeling. But then if you've got more red tones, it can give it kind of like a romantic or dangerous feeling. And it all kind of comes back to color theory, and it's sort of semiotics, and it's the way in which colors signify different emotions to us. And I think it's just a really nice finishing touch on your film where it's one of the process or like one of the kind of post-production processes where you can really be creative and you can give your film an extra meaning and a new life to it just by simply changing some colors around. And I think it's really special.
Man, I love that whole answer.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And the whole time I'm thinking of it, you know, because it's crazy because when you look at the what is it called?
The rough cut.
When you look at the rough cut and it's like broad daylight, nice day or something.
Yeah.
And then they go through the color grading process and they make it like dark or blue or, you know, where it looks like dark, like cloudy, rainy or something. And it's like, wow, that's really crazy. They made it look like an entirely different environment just from color.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those things where you don't really notice it unless it's pointed out to you. And I think once you're aware of kind of what color grading is and, you know, how it works and things like that, it really then enhances the filmmaking experience and also the film watching experience because you sort of pick up on like the subtle nuances that they've done in their color grading that will give you some sort of indication on how the story is going to progress forward. And I think, yeah, I don't know. And I think it's just nice because, you know, you can sort of do it however you want as well. It can just look a certain way. And you know how like there's always a vision in your head of how you want a film to look or how you want something to look. And then when you're able to achieve it with the grading, there's no greater feeling than that. And I think it's really cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Who did we have? Who did we have win the software the first time?
Last year it was who the hell was it? It was JSB Cinema.
Yeah. So the first year of our film fest, we gave away the Film Convert for best cinematography. Was it or
Best editor got Cinematch and
okay, best editor, and they came back this year equipped with the software, and they won
Yeah.
again. They
Nice.
won best short film once again.
yeah.
So you know, that's a testimony.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys
right there.
released the Red Komodo because I've been shooting with that with my personal projects, and I've been having to match as best as I can with the other profiles.
Yeah.
I thought it came out
Don't even get me started. That was such a nightmare. There are literally 3 Red Komodos in New Zealand. Like, I'm pretty sure that, like, in the entire country. And I started here maybe like a year ago, and we have been waiting this whole time to get it. And I'm so glad it's finally out there so people can stop emailing me about it.
Yeah, I've been. We're gonna shoot the Star Wars one next weekend with the Red Komodo, and we'll be color grading for Film Convert. So we'll be tagging you guys when we release it.
Yes, I was gonna say, please send it to me because I'd love to see it.
Sweet.
So let's get into some film stuff here. What's your favorite movie?
That's a great question.
Don't say Twilight.
Of all time.
Of all time, I would have to say The Truman Show.
That's a great
really
movie.
love
I
The
love
Truman
that
Show.
movie. That's such a good movie.
I feel like I've
so
heard that
beautiful.
once before in this podcast room. Someone else has said that.
Yeah, I've mentioned it.
You're a big fan
I
of
love
the
the
Truman
Truman
Show.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Heat's the way to go.
I feel like, interesting. I feel like it really depends what mood you're in, though,
Yeah.
you know? Because your favorite film is so subjective. It's always up for change. Because one day it might be The Truman Show, one day it might be School of Rock. Who knows?
Yeah.
What are
Yeah,
your
that's-
guys' favorite films?
Heat's mine.
I'm a big fan of Goodfellas. That's one of my favorites.
Nice.
But last night I was like, this is the greatest movie of all time. I put on 40-Year-Old Virgin. So you know what I mean.
Great film.
Sometimes-
Incredible film.
You know, sometimes you just, like you said, different. Sometimes you want to laugh. Sometimes you want to watch some gangster.
Sometimes you want to cry. Eat some ice cream. Yeah, for
So
sure.
tell us about New Zealand.
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know what goes on over there.
Don't you
What are
have
guys
like
famous
the
for?
craziest insects or something like that out there?
Insects?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they have like crazy spiders like this big, bro.
I know you
Yeah,
guys
that's
have a
mainly
very
Australia.
beautiful nature.
Oh, Australia, that's what it is. Yeah, Australia.
Yeah. We have like, I don't know, we've got like wetters and like they're kind of creepy, but you're kind of used to them after a while. I don't know. New Zealand's quite interesting. Eh? It's very small in the grand scheme of things because I think our population is like 4-5 million or so. So it's literally like you can't go, like if you go anywhere in the country, North or South Island, you are bound to bump into someone that you know or like a friend of a friend. Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, it's like very picturesque. There is a lot of beautiful scenery. Basically, if you drive 2 hours in any direction, you'll end up at a beach somewhere. And it's quite nice. But I was thinking about this the other day, and it's like pretty strange because I mean, all of the perception that I've had of like media growing up has all been very American based.
Mhm.
So I kind of always grew up thinking that like all of these American traditions and the way in which Americans live their life is like the norm. And it was a really weird thing to overcome because I mean, you're kind of in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean or just chilling, you know?
Yeah.
But so it can be a bit isolating at times. But
Have you ever been to the
Is it?
States? I was going to say we should go because I got my passport finally, so we should.
I got mine too. I haven't used it yet. I've had it
Let's
for a
do
year.
it. Yeah, I'm down to go to New Zealand.
come
too.
over. You guys
Alright.
can come chill at my flat if you want.
We'll be there tomorrow. What time's good for you?
I don't know, like maybe 10ish, I'd
We'll be
say.
there. We'll be there on Tuesday, or it's Wednesday over there.
Technically, we're
Yeah,
Yeah.
jumping through time.
Yeah.
but no.
But yeah, I was
haven't
going to ask you,
been
have you ever
to-
been here in the States?
No, I'm planning on going over next year, or like we're planning on going over for NAB next year. So we end up in Vegas, which I am so excited
Nice.
for. But yeah, I really want to come over. I feel like it just feels like it would be a different world, you
Oh, I
know?
bet.
Like I can't imagine what it would be like.
Well, in Vegas, they have like they kind of mimic every different parts of the country with all the different resorts. You know, they have New York,
Oh,
and they have Hollywood.
Absolutely.
So
I
you get
just
a
wanna
little bit of everything.
have- Yeah, I just want to have the most like stereotypical Vegas experience, like feeling like I'm in a hangover type movie.
Oh, trust me, wherever you
Some
go, you'll have that
shenanigans.
feeling.
Yeah, you got to hang out the
That's all I want.
sunroof right away.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know.
absolutely. I'm going to be a menace. They're not going to know what to hit them.
So, do you guys like, as a crew there? Do you guys like have filmmakers? Do you guys, or is it just people who are working in the company, or do you guys go out and make films together? What do you guys do?
So it's we were having some in-house content production for a little bit, which has been like quite good for us actually. And at the moment, we've been mainly focusing on producing tutorials of how to use the software, just because in that way it's always a good thing to have. But we haven't really been producing a lot of in-house content just because we're so busy. Like it's a lot of the stuff kind of goes on behind the scenes is what we work on a day-to-day basis. But what we do is we've been collaborating with a lot of YouTube partners and a lot of external companies, and people, just sort of getting them or like using our software and stuff like that. But also we're trying to team up more locally with the Wellington filmmakers as well, and kind of start like producing film festivals and mini short film competitions and things like that. But yeah, I think we really want to get more into shooting ourselves, and we also really want to we're actually talking about getting some like old school film cameras. We just got like an 8mm Bolex type camera, so we're going to be doing some shooting with that. But it's all just about when we have the time to, really.
For sure. Trust me, that's how it is here. Like, we have, obviously, he's creative director for Wake Up. I run the production team for Snooze and Wake Up, and then we also do the film festival. So we're doing that. And then on top of that, my goal is to be a full-time filmmaker. That's what I want to do. So I'm making my own projects on the side, and I have kids. So it's just like, it's crazy.
How do you manage that?
I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. And then I travel for work a lot. So it's like having people like based in places doing stuff while I'm gone and making sure everything's ready. So trust me, I get it. But the reason I was asking was, how do we get you guys involved next year for the 72-hour Kick-Ass Film Fest, making a movie?
Oh, for them to make a movie?
Yeah, for them to join in.
Oh, wow. That's a challenge.
Oh,
let's promote it out there. If we have to fly out there, as long as we can agree on a collaboration or something to help push our festival through Film Convert, we'll come make a badass vlog of you guys.
Could be keen. Could be very, very keen. I'll go through my old like manuscripts from when I was 17 and thought I could be a movie director or something and try and come up with some sort of plot.
Well, our whole thing is different. Our thing is, in the beginning of the 72 hours, that's when you get your prompts. That's when you get your genre, and then 72 hours to come up with your story. Yes. We had somebody this year try to do that where and I feel like it kind of hurt them because they tried to take our prompts and shove it into the story they had pre-planned, and it just kind of like wobbled weird.
Yeah, it usually works out pretty good if you come up with it on the fly the day of.
Yeah. Okay. Check back in a year, and then I'll let you know. But I feel like we could definitely do something like that.
Yeah.
We'll blow everyone out of the water.
You guys' logos look awesome on our banners. We have these huge banners we print out. We need to get you pictures of those things.
Have you not? Well, do you follow my personal Instagram?
I don't know. What's
pull out your phone. Pull out your phone, and then we'll follow each other.
You got to follow us.
Yeah, now we got you here on the spot, so you have to
follow it on Instagram right now.
Okay.
We might as well tell the audience where to follow Cinematch and Film Convert.
I was gonna say it's at Film Convert and Cinematch. Yeah, that's how you find them. All right, so my personal handle is dchavez228. That's mine.
And I'm 14K Jacob.
Well, let her fucking. Oh, sorry. Let her find mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even have. Oh, that's funny. I don't even have Film Convert on personal page.
Film Convert?
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. So yeah, on there you'll see, like, if you go on my page, I think we put it on there, but you'll see the big banner, and you guys are on the bottom layer.
Oh, stop! Oh, that's so cute. Thank you.
Yeah,
love that for us.
But so yeah, no, I appreciate you guys again. Of course, you guys, even during the festivals, I push you guys. I don't know, it just makes life easier. Like I said, I've dabbled in DaVinci, so I know what kind of a pain in the ass it can be. It's just make life easier.
Oh, stop! You're gonna make me blush.
No, the filmmakers love it too. Yeah. I mean, that's a prize that they look forward to, because that's something that could elevate their game. and we make sure, it's always been, was it best editor this year too?
Yeah.
It's always best editor ends up being the better editor, I guess.
Well, they end up getting a good deal for the next project. That's how I see it. Yeah, but yeah, we got to get our asses to New Zealand. You got to get yourself to Colorado. Yeah, I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. It'll be great.
So do you know if we're gonna be able to, keep the Cinematch and the Film Convert for Kick-Ass Film Fest Part 3? The people really want to know.
You know what? For you guys, I'll let it slide this
There
one
you go.
time.
Yeah.
So you heard it
It's
first.
on recording.
Yeah.
Right now we got it. We got it on recording.
Oh man. Well, I mean, you have another question for her? I mean, I got mine out of the
I'm
way.
an open book. Hit me.
Do you got any questions for us?
I think, what are you guys most excited for this year, and how do you guys want to grow?
Well, I've been saying it for a while now, but I am determined to get Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to be a judge for Kick-Ass Film Fest. I don't know what year it's going to be, but another thing we're looking into is expanding it to, we want to get bigger and bigger every year. We doubled from first year, so we want to double again
Triple at this point.
and get a bigger venues, more live
Yeah,
streams.
we were sold out, and we had people like blowing us up. We were on a waiting list for people. It was crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it
Nice.
compared to the first year.
Awesome.
Like, we slightly sold out.
Yeah.
Almost,
Yeah.
Yeah, the first year we sold out to the level of that we felt confident like handling that many
Yeah.
people. This is like 100.
Yeah.
Because we have a theater in our building, so we have the oldest building
Nice.
in Pueblo, Colorado. So it's a theater, and we do everything here.
Yeah, but this year we sold out within just a couple days, 150 seats, and then we had a bunch of people just telling us like, "Can you put me on the waiting list because it was sold out too fast."
Yeah.
So we look forward to next year having a bigger venue and being able to fit everybody in there. And like I said, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, or maybe we could get you as a judge.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'd love
Alright.
to be a judge.
Oh,
I love judging things.
We're holding you
But
to
I think that, yo, totally.
Oh, wait,
I
no,
think
she
that's
makes a
really
film. She
nice.
can't.
Yeah, so I guess.
If you make a
It's
film, you
fine.
can't do it.
Well, I guess.
Oh,
they
no, I
have
just won't have to
sponsor
make a film.
films.
They
either.
can, because technically we're sponsoring it. Oh, we're not making a film. Yeah, we ended up judging, and we realized that we can't judge. We had to let other people do it. Yeah, we had a little.
Yeah.
But I think you would be an awesome
Yeah,
judge.
I think it'd be awesome.
Oh, I love judging things.
And then
I would be great at it.
Then you'd be in the list on a list of judges with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
That'd be sick. That would be mean, actually.
I
I
would
think it's
sweat
just also, I think it's really sick what you guys are doing as well, just because it's like, obviously filmmaking is a really hard thing to get into, and I think that it's really difficult to create work and also feel like you've got a medium to push it out there without being cringe. But
Right.
something like this, it's really nice because it just opens up the floor for everyone, where everyone can just give it a go. You're kind of all starting out with the same sort of base level, and I think it's really cool what you guys are doing. So congratulations on all the
Thank
hard
you.
work that you've
Well, I
done,
appreciate
and
that.
also the payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, and it comes with the help of you guys
Yeah.
also. I mean, it's all about the sponsors. You guys. Without the sponsors, we couldn't do anything.
All this flattery. God, buy me a drink.
She's like these damn Americans.
But yeah, that's one of the big things that I really love about it is these filmmakers get to put their film on a big screen, with the in a whole theater full of people getting the reactions, and I always thought that was super cool
Yeah.
to be able to
Totally.
have that.
It's funny because we here at Wake Up, everybody had like passion projects that they were working on the side. And Jacob turns to me one day and he's like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "Well, I've always wanted to make a film fest because I participated in so many, and you're paying $170 and then you just get a certificate and that's it and you're done. And to me, that's kind of
Yeah.
disrespectful. So I told him, I was like, let's run a film fest, and he thought it was like an easy peasy job. And then when we started doing it, it was
It was work,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it paid
It's a
off
lot of
huge,
work.
though. It paid off huge. Just after seeing everybody so happy and they loved it so much, and we made it all about the filmmakers. That's something that
Totally.
the other film fests I feel like don't do the best job of. I just want to let's honor
I
them.
told him I want to take over the Oscars because the
Absolutely.
Oscars are messing up. They're not running their shit properly.
Yeah, it's just like you just want to see cool people do cool things, and it's not about whether or not you win or lose. It's also about like the people you meet as well. It's great networking, and it's just about the experience. And I think that's so sick.
Yeah, that's another cool thing. We've had people that met at our events, and then they end up doing films together and joining different teams together.
Yeah, that's how I met my screenwriter. Pretty much, we were promoting the film fest, and then I met him. He just came out of the army recently, and he was trying to figure out what to do, and then we just kind of started collaborating. But it was because of us promoting the film fest that I found them.
Oh, wicked! That's awesome. So cute.
Yeah.
You know, I did have one other question just popped in my head. Do you know of any like people that you've sold the software to that are like famous or had some type of crazy testimonials or anything like that?
I don't know how much of it we can say.
Okay.
But I do know that we have been used on HBO before.
Nice.
And I think there's been like a few big kind of production companies, like potentially the BBC, but I can't remember. But like a few kind of big people like that have definitely used us. But I think the issue is that a lot of these kind of higher ups will use us, but they don't want to say that they've used us because they want to seem like they've done all the work and haven't relied on like $139 plugin, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Which makes a lot of sense. But I think the coolest one I've seen recently was that there was a film that I think premiered at South by Southwest, which was called I'm Fine, Thanks for Asking. And I know that we were used on that. And it's a really beautiful film, and I highly recommend you guys check it out because it's really cool. But yeah, I think we just get used on like all types of things, whether or not it's, you know, someone making a social media video for like their corporate job, or if it's like a fully fledged big production film. I think that's real cool because filmmaking takes so many different forms as well.
Yeah. Can't wait for you to watch our Star Wars one. It's going to be fun.
Nice. What's going to be, can we get any secret inside info into what it's going to be about?
We're going back to the Acolyte stages of way before Sidious and Vader and all of them. We're just taking those kind of like lores and just kind of making our own little story. Because last year we kind of took the route of Grogu and then just kind of played off like a villain on that. But this one's bigger. There's going to be dialogue. We bought the official fighting lightsabers. We got costumes. We got the mask, so it'll be fun. And then we got a crew of like 10. We're going to be staying in a cabin and then going out to where there's like waterfalls and everything to shoot everything. So they're fun. But yeah, it's
that's going to be mean.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That'll be so sick.
I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm kept in the dark. Travis didn't want to tell me.
No, he's just been busy. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's it. I mean, I love talking to you and finally meeting you. And like I said, thanks for everything that you guys have done for us thus far. And, you know, we look forward to having you guys all the time. And
we're serious. We're going to New Zealand.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Come through.
But where in New Zealand are you guys? Sorry.
So we're in Wellington, which is the capital. Right. Okay. So it's like bottom of the North Island.
There's an airport in Wellington?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but there are planes in New Zealand. I know it seems a bit like, you know, there might not have been that, but we do have them.
Yeah, we thought we were going to have to like fly in and then trek, you know, 100 days.
Yeah.
And then take a boat.
Yeah, so.
I know.
But I just missed a flight home from Miami like 2 weeks ago, and now I have a flight voucher for $400. Maybe it could get me there.
Oh, nice.
I think flights are generally. I think I was looking at them the other day. It's like $1,300. I think.
Dang, my $400 doesn't get me nowhere.
Well, it's less. You would have to put.
Where's? I'm not very good at my latitudes and longitudes. Where is New Zealand at? Like what's near what other continents?
So, it's like New Zealand's here, Antarctica's here, and then Australia's there.
It's like 14.
So it's like we're in the middle of like Australia and Antarctica, basically.
Oh wow!
So you guys have
the other side of the world.
You guys don't have that whole part where it's like fully day for a couple months without night.
No, okay. We actually just finished up our daylight savings zone, so it's starting to get dark at like 5:30-ish. But nah, I wish though. That would be so sick. I'd feel like you're in.
I feel like that would ruin me. Like I've seen the movie, and that's what I think about. Like I'd go crazy after a while.
Wait, so is it wintertime over there?
Yeah. So it's just, I think it's just coming on to winter or autumn. I can't remember which one it is, but it's definitely starting to get colder. Because we have like summer Christmases, which is sick.
Wait,
Well,
Yeah.
that's
like it's hot during Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, I suffered through that in Florida and I hated it because I grew up in New York.
Really?
I'm from New York. So like I'm used to the cold. I'm used to like Halloween being cold. I'm used to Christmas there's being snow. And in Florida
Yeah.
was hot all year long. And I want to shoot myself. I've been in Colorado almost 2 years now. And it's like perfect weather. It gets cold, it snows a day, and then the snow won't last too long. It'll be melted
True.
off like a day. So it's not bad.
my mind's blown right now. I just keep thinking like you're one day ahead. You're in a whole other season as us. Your Christmas is 100 degrees or something. That's crazy.
I know.
That's why you gotta come visit. Come experience it for yourself. It'll be mean.
Well, we'll be able to film stuff at Film Convert if we go out there.
100%. Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
That
That'd be
would be
fun.
awesome. Yeah.
You could come meet Jacinda, probably. Our Prime Minister. It'll be fun.
All right.
Well, let's do it. We'll have to figure it out.
All right. So I guess that's been a good podcast,
Yeah.
right?
I appreciate you coming on. To talk
I'd
with
say
us.
so. I would say this is probably your best podcast yet.
Well,
No, I really think it
yeah,
is.
It definitely is. Yeah. So far, yeah. We'll see who wants to beat Film Convert on our podcasting.
And can you send me like their name and address so I can go fight them as well?
Yeah.
That would be great. Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Competition. It's getting serious in the Kick-Ass podcast.
Yeah. Oh, it's funny too. I think well, not us, but people cringed when they first heard the name Kick-Ass, and
Oh, yeah.
now it's like Kick-Ass Film Fest. We love it. Yeah.
What inspired the name? Was it based on the movie?
No,
not this is exactly how it happened. We had just talked and we're like, we're going to do Film Fest. And then I'm sitting in the other room. Chavez walks up and he's like, he has his notepad. He's like, all right, let's do this. What are we going to call it? And I was like, let's call it the Kick-Ass Podcast. And I was just joking. And he's like, I love it. Let's go.
I mean, the Kick-Ass Film Fest.
He wrote it down and I was like, I don't know if we should do that. And then he's like, then we took a few minutes to think about it. And we're like, nah, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Yeah, we're making one.
Some people were like, are you guys going to really call it that? That's not professional and whatever. And
And we're like, oh god,
no.
I'm not one of those.
Oh, well.
Yeah, exactly.
It ended up working out because now we have Kick-Ass Films, Kick-Ass sponsors, and Kick-Ass foods and drinks. And
Yeah.
we basically use it as a verb for anything now. Everything's
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll get you guys out here to give an award out next year.
Oh my god, yes, that would be so much fun.
Yeah.
I'd be so
Legit.
keen.
It would be legit. All right.
All right.
Should I do the outro?
Yeah.
I
Well,
tried to do it like
before-
3 times now.
Yeah, I always stop him when he does it.
Always does this to me. Every time I'm like,
I'm gonna wait.
I'll be in the middle of the outro and then you'll just interrupt, boom, with a new question. I'm like, hey, dude. Anyway, this has been the Kick-Ass Podcast with Film Convert, marketing
Hennessey.
director
You
Hennessey.
forgot her name. I know you did.
No, I didn't. I just,
Thank you for having me.
I just didn't want to say it wrong, you know. And she's more than likely. I think we have an official judge for next year already.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be working on Dwayne the Rock Johnson. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thank you again, and make sure you follow Film Converts in the match and Hennessey if she wants to give out her stuff. She's on LinkedIn. I just followed you there. So yeah.
Thank you guys for having me. There isn't really any other curly haired freaks called Henessey, so it'll be easy to find me.
I love it.
All right. Well, enjoy your future time.
Yeah, enjoy your rest of your morning or afternoon or whatever,
Yeah.
and your winter time, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Have a good rest of your 24 hours.
Yeah.
Thank you. You too.
Continue.
All right, bye.